everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make carnivore friendly and keto friendly chicken tenders in your air fryer. We can jump right in. I have some chicken tenderloins here, and I've already taken the tendon out of all of these, but I wanted to show you guys a really easy hack of how to remove the tendon from your chicken tenderloin. That's a tongue twister. And so what you need to do is you identify the tendon. And so it just looks like this white piece here. You take a paper towel and you hold on to the tendon with the paper towel. Take your fork and make sure that it's like in between the tendon. So it looks like this. Grab the tendon with the paper towel and just pull. And it easily comes out. I've already done that for the rest of these. Now it's time to coat our chicken tenders. Now this is like the easiest recipe that you can make, especially for carnivore. There are no carbs in this. There's no almond flour, there's no nothing. It is completely carnivore friendly. Now, I'm gonna crack one egg into a bowl. And we're just going to whisk this to beat the egg. Now, of course, you'll need to use more eggs if you're gonna be making more chicken tenders, but I'm gonna make this is for 1 to 2 servings. For our dry ingredients, I have half a cup of grated Parmesan. This is freshly grated Parmesan. You can buy it already grated from the store, but I like to buy the whole block and then grate it myself. I'm also going to add 1 cup of Pork Panko. Now, you guys already know my favorite Pork Panko is by Pork King Good. I'm not sponsored by them. They're just my favorite brand. I have a link in my description below if you're interested in purchasing that Pork Panko. Alternately, if you don't have panko at home, you can just take some pork rinds and throw them in the food processor, blend it up, and it will be pork panko. I just like to buy the panko already pre-made because they take out all of like any hard bits that you can't really chew through, and that's just my preference. To our dry ingredients, I'm also going to add a pinch of salt and a pinch of black pepper. If you are strictly carnivore, you can avoid the black pepper, but I like to add a little bit of black pepper because I'm not super strict on the carnivore. I am a keto carnivore, kind of like back and forth, so the black pepper is fine for me. Now it's time to coat our chicken. Now you want one hand to be the wet hand and one to be the dry hand. And that just makes this a lot less messy when you're coating the chicken. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your chicken tender, throw it in the egg wash and fully coat it. Shake off any excess and then throw it into your dry ingredients. Take the dry hand, we're going to coat the top like this. Flip it over. This is a really similar mix that I did as I did for the chicken Parmesan. So if you haven't watched that recipe, make sure to head over to that video. Really similar, just this is strictly carnivore with way less seasonings. And once you've fully coated, you can set it aside on a plate. If you want to do a double coating, you can do that as well. I'm perfectly fine with just doing 1 coating. So if you decide to do a double coat, what you would do is just throw it back in the egg wash and then back in the dry ingredients. So the wet hand, shake it off and throw it into the dry ingredients. And with your dry hand, just coat the whole chicken tenderloin. This is a super easy air fryer recipe that is, like I said, fully carnivore, basically 0 carbs. It's high protein, low calorie. And this is a really great meal prep. This is something that you could prep a lot of these, set them aside. Your kids will love them. It's a great alternative to using flour. I've talked about this in previous videos. I don't typically like to coat anything in almond flour. I think the almond flour has a really strong flavor. So even as when I'm just doing keto and I'm not doing any carnivore food, I always just use the pork panko. It doesn't taste like pork at all. It has a really nice flavor and it doesn't overpower any dish that you're making. When all your chicken tenders are coated, they're gonna look exactly like this. And I know you're thinking, why did I use this much pork panko Parmesan mix? I'm gonna be making a lot more later on, so you can adjust the amount that you're using. I always think it's better to have a little bit extra because you don't wanna start running low on the dry ingredients. When you're coating these chicken tenders, the pork panko will get a little bit wet, and so you don't wanna have too little ingredients and then you have to wash your hands and you have to make more dry ingredients. Better to have a bit extra. And what I always end up using it for something else. I'm either breading a lot more with this, or I like to throw it in with some egg. You can throw it on a pan. It'll taste really good in like an omelet. Don't let this stuff go to waste. So moving on now. I have my chicken tenders here. I'm gonna take my new favorite air fryer, which you guys already know, you've seen me use it before. It is the Tasty air fryer. This air fryer is absolutely amazing. It cooks things to perfect temperature every single time. Discount code is in my description below if you're interested in purchasing this air fryer. And what we're gonna do is we are going to line it with some air fryer liners. I have these in my Amazon links in the description below as well. If you don't have an air fryer liner or you're not interested in purchasing these, you can also just use a piece of parchment paper and just line the bottom of your tray. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our chicken tenders and we're gonna line them, we're gonna put them on the liner. And I'm just putting them side by side, fitting as many as I can. If you can't fit all the chicken tenders, like if you're doing way more than this, then just do this in multiple batches. This air fryer also comes with a tray, so if you don't have enough space on the bottom, like on the actual tray itself, you can put the rack on top and put more of the chicken tenders on top. I'm gonna put my tray in the air fryer and I've set it to 390 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes on the air fry setting. Push start, and we're gonna flip it after halfway through. So out of like 7.5 minutes, head back to your air fryer. Now, although this is a carnivore recipe, I'm gonna be making like a keto spicy mayo sauce. Of course, if you're strictly carnivore, you don't have to make this sauce, but I am keto, so I'm gonna be making, you guys have seen me make this before. It is about 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of Sriracha, your favorite brand of Sriracha. I don't use like the typical Sriracha. It's really hard to find like the OG Sriracha now. So I just chose one that has relatively low sugar. I'm gonna take some fresh chives. We're just going to cut some of those with some kitchen shears. Another really tasty sauce, if you are strictly carnivore, is you can make like a butter Parmesan sauce. You could do like a butter Parmesan, maybe some like garlic powder if you eat garlic powder on your carnivore diet. Whatever you like, whatever sauce is your preference. These chicken tenders go with any sauce of choice. I just love, you guys already know I love things a little bit spicy. All right, and I'm also going to squeeze in about 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. And then just mix this all together and you have a really easy, delicious, spicy mayo. We are halfway through. I'm gonna take them out of the air fryer and flip them. And back in the air fryer for the remaining time. All right, I just got notified on my Tasty app that my chicken is ready. Take a look at this. Oh my God, it's so delicious, so crispy. You can just see how crispy the chicken is. Go ahead and take your chicken tenders out, set them on a plate and let them cool for a couple of minutes, and I'll see you guys after a few minutes. All right, guys, take a look at our delicious carnivore keto chicken tenders made right in our air fryer. This was such an easy recipe to make, and it is so delicious, low calorie, high in protein, low in carb. I mean, just listen to the crisp. I mean, I cannot wait to try this. Let's do a taste test first without our sauce. Cheers. The pork panko adds such great flavor with the cheesiness of the Parmesan, which is totally not overwhelming. It is just perfect combination for this. And the air fryer is so great. This is why I love this air fryer, because it keeps the chicken super juicy. I mean, just look at this. Perfectly juicy chicken, not dry at all. And for my keto folks, let's take a little dip in our delicious spicy mayo. Cheers. This is so delicious. I cannot say it enough. It is easy, low carb, low calorie, carnivore friendly, keto friendly. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought of this recipe. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.